Welcome to Locked and Loaded Sports. It's time to lock in, load up, and win big. If you're serious about sports and love cashing in on solid picks, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let's get to work. In this video, we will discuss the Week 18 NFL Saturday Football Doubleheader, giving you 2 free picks per game, with one on the total and one on the side. We will be using a blend of historical data, advanced sports analytics, and real-world sentiment to deliver sharp and sometimes contrarian betting picks. Now we welcome you to the final act of the regular season, where the stakes couldn't be higher as the Carolina Panthers travel to Raymond James Stadium to battle the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with the NFC South title hanging in the balance. The Panthers entered this contest at 8-8 after a staggering offensive collapse against Seattle that saw Bryce Young throw for just 54 yards, a performance that highlighted the extreme volatility of this young squad. On the other side, the 7-9 Buccaneers are reeling from a 3-game losing streak and a costly defeat in Miami. Though Baker Mayfield's 346 passing yards last week proved that this offense can still move the ball through the air even when the ground game disappears. Looking at the historical trends, Tampa Bay has been a house of horrors for Carolina, as the Buccaneers have won 5 straight home games against the Panthers and have covered the spread in 4 of those 5 meetings. While the Panthers did manage to upset Tampa Bay and Charlotte just 2 weeks ago, their 5-20 straight-up record on the road in their last 25 games suggests they struggled to carry that momentum away from home. The power stats further complicate the picture for Carolina, as their offense ranks 27th in scoring and their defensive differential in yards per pass allowed is a concerning negative 1.1, potentially opening the door for Mayfield to exploit a secondary that struggled last week. The health of the offensive lines will likely dictate the flow of this divisional showdown, particularly with Buccaneers Pro Bowl tackle Tristan Wirfs fighting a toe injury that kept him out of Week 17. If Wirfs cannot return to protect Mayfield's blind side, the Panthers' pass rush could replicate the pressure that led to Mayfield's 2 interceptions last Sunday. However, Carolina has their own concerns as Bryce Young comes off a game where he was sacked twice and appeared completely out of sync, and the Panthers' history of failing to cover in 5 of their last 6 games against Tampa Bay looms large over this matchup. When you factor in the must-win atmosphere and Tampa Bay's dominance in this specific rivalry at Raymond James Stadium, the veteran experience of the Buccaneers roster usually shines in these January windows. Despite Tampa Bay's recent struggles against the spread at home, their desperate need for a 5th consecutive division title and their ability to produce explosive plays with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin should be the difference maker against the Panthers team that has scored more than 20 points only once in their last 3 games. Expect a tightly contested defensive battle that follows the recent trend of these teams playing under the total, but look for the home favorites to do just enough to secure the crown. We are getting locked and loaded with the Buccaneers to win straight up. Please comment with your favorite picks. It helps our channel out a bunch. Thank you. Now we zero in on the total score of the game. In a winner-take-all finale for the NFC South crown, the betting total is set in the mid-40s, which presents a fascinating challenge for analysts looking at the contrasting styles of these 2 rivals. When you look at the Carolina Panthers, you see a team that has played to the under in 4 of their last 5 games, including a Week 17 performance against Seattle, where they managed only 10 points and averaged a meager 2.9 yards per play. Their offense has been held to 17 points or fewer in 3 of their last 5 outings, signaling a clear trend toward low-scoring, defensive struggles when facing disciplined defensive schemes. On the other side of the field, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers provide the counter-narrative, as they have seen the total go over in 6 of their last 7 home games at Raymond James Stadium. Baker Mayfield's ability to generate yardage was evident last week when he aired it out for 346 yards against the Dolphins. And the Buccaneers' historical tendency at home against Carolina has been an offensive explosion, with the total going over in 5 consecutive meetings in Tampa Bay. However, in their most recent matchup just 2 weeks ago, these teams combined for exactly 43 points in the 23-2012 final, falling just short of this week's projected threshold. The win or go home intensity of this Week 18 matchup suggests we will see a conservative game plan from both sidelines, as neither coaching staff will want to lose the division title on a high-risk turnover. With the Panthers' road offense struggling to maintain drives and the Buccaneers facing potential offensive line issues with Tristan Wirfs, the likely outcome leans toward a slugfest controlled by the defenses and the clock. While the historical home data for Tampa Bay points toward higher scores, the current form of both offenses and the sheer gravity of the divisional standings suggest a tighter, more deliberate pace. We are getting locked and loaded with the under. We appreciate all of our viewers and subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please tap that button. Thank you so much. Our next matchup to discuss is set for a monumental Saturday night showdown at Levi's Stadium as the 13-3 Seattle Seahawks visit the 12-4 49ers with the NFC West crown and the #1 overall seed on the line. The Seahawks come in riding the momentum of a dominant 27-10 road victory over Carolina, where Sam Darnold continued his Pro Bowl caliber season by leading a second-half surge that left the Panthers in the dust. However, Seattle faces a significant hurdle as explosive playmaker Rashid Shaheed is currently in the concussion protocol, potentially depriving this offense of a dangerous deep threat at the worst possible time. The 49ers enter this clash as one of the hottest teams in football, fresh off a 42-38 shootout win against Chicago that showcased Brock Purdy's resilience after a shaky start. While San Francisco has covered the spread in 5 straight games, they are dealing with massive injury concerns of their own, as future Hall of Fame left tackle Trent Williams is battling a hamstring injury and superstar tight end George Kittle was sidelined last week with an ankle issue. If Williams cannot go, a San Francisco offensive line that allowed 4 sacks last week could struggle to contain a Seattle pass rush that just held Carolina to 139 total yards. When we look at the historical trends, San Francisco has owned this rivalry recently, winning 7 of the last 8 meetings and covering in 6 of those contests. The betting data is equally compelling for the home team, as the 49ers have covered 5 straight overall, while Seattle has struggled as a favorite in this building, posting a 2-6 record against the spread in their last 8 trips to Santa Clara. Despite Seattle's incredible 13-1 straight-up record in their last 14 road games, the power stats favor the 49ers' efficiency, as their offense is producing nearly 500 yards per game over their last 3 outings. This matchup features a classic strength-on-strength battle between Seattle's second-ranked scoring defense and a San Francisco offense that has averaged over 42 points per game during their current 3-game win streak. While Seattle's pass defense is elite, the absence of wide receiver Shaheed on the offensive side could limit Sam Darnold's ability to keep pace if this game turns into another Bay Area track meet. Given the 49ers' historical dominance over Seattle and their current 5-game covering streak, the veteran poise of the home squad in a championship environment should prevail. We are getting locked and loaded with the 49ers to cover. Don't forget to smash that like button. It's totally free. Thanks. Now we are dialing into the total. In a winner-take-all regular season finale for the NFC West crown, the betting total is almost 50 points, which presents one of the most intriguing lines of the year, as it pits the league's second highest scoring offense against its second-ranked scoring defense. The primary reason this game could explode past the total is the recent offensive resurgence of the San Francisco 49ers, who have averaged a staggering 42.3 points per game over their last 3 outings. Brock Purdy is playing at an elite level, and the return of Ricky Pearsall last week added yet another explosive layer to a scheme that just dropped 42 points on a tough Chicago defense. On the other side, while Seattle is known for its defense, Sam Darnold's offense is second in the league in scoring at 29.4 points per game. Seattle's last high-stakes home game against the divisional rival was a 75-point shootout against the Rams, proving that when the competition levels up, the Seahawks are more than capable of abandoning their defensive identity to win a track meet. Conversely, there are strong historical and situational indicators that this game could be a low-scoring slugfest. When these two rivals met in September, they combined for just 30 points in a defensive masterclass that saw San Francisco win 17-13. Historical trends show that when the Seahawks travel to Santa Clara, the total has gone under in 4 of their last 5 meetings. Furthermore, the high stakes of the #1 overall seed often lead to more conservative playoff-style football. Coaches Kyle Shanahan and Mike McDonald may prioritize ball security and field position over aggressive deep shots. If Seattle's second-ranked defense, which has allowed an average of only 18.1 points per game this season, can successfully neutralize the 49ers' run game, this contest could mirror their Week 1 defensive struggle rather than the recent offensive explosions. Despite the championship atmosphere potentially leading to a conservative start, the sheer volume of offensive talent and the 49ers' current scoring volume is too significant to ignore. San Francisco has hit the over in 6 of their last 8 games, and Seattle's scoring consistency ensures that even an average day for their offense will keep them in the high 20s. Once one team breaks the ice in the second half, expect a flurry of points as both sides chase the top seed in the conference. We are getting locked and loaded with the over. That wraps up another breakdown here on Locked and Loaded Sports. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest sports analysis and betting insights. More picks, more locks, and more action is coming your way. That's all for now. Stay sharp, stay ready, and get locked and loaded.